Following, as you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't... Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marechaussee hunters.
You're all Marechaussee hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay, count me in. My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marechaussee hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone? My name is Farina, and, I grew...
Hey, that's really cool. You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marechaussee hunter right here.
I've been studying the culinary arts since I was a child. I hope my delicious food can help boost people's spirits.
That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward to your cooking during our adventures together.
Well, if we're all here for the same commission, why don't we take some time to confirm what we need to do?
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marechaussee hunters, the lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters."
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar.
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
Yet, as you regard the city
I carefully read
you see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together. They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom, and
In that case, why don't we take a walk around the city and see if we can learn anything from the...
Oh, good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
you look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you think?
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely. If only those monsters out there would stop causing trouble.
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer.
Oh, come now, don't be sad. Life is all about optimism.
Huh?
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides...
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. Hey! Did she just...
Chlorian must have broke character.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe...
Are you sure? In that case, please refer to the fatometer. You remain silent as you prepare a pot and fire to use for cooking. The woman stares at you with her mouth agape as you skillfully cut the ingredients and toss them into the pot. After some time, a rich aroma begins to fill.
Please have some food. Who knows, maybe you'll feel better after eating something delicious.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Wait. So, as long as you pass the check, you can pretty much do anything? And it won't be seen as absurd?
Oh, thank you. You were right.
So, what had you so worried earlier? Could you tell us a bit more about it?
A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not.
Do you know...
It all happened so.
You have our thanks, friend.
Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day...
You bid farewell to the woman and continue your journey further into the city. As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Although he doesn't seem very... friendly, merchant...
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar?
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War's nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
A performance? I've never played a role-playing game like this before, but even I can tell that suggestion is pretty far-fetched. Is a performance check really going to help here? Alright. By the harbor's grace, a lone boat lies in rest. Let the moon give chase, for here begins our quest. In the dark of shadow, our heroes seek to find where creatures born of evil weave their grand design. Blocked the road does stand, such is our hunter's plight. Yet with sword and courage in hand, they march forth to pierce the night.
I don't recall asking for a bardic song. Don't expect me to give you any coin. But if you meant what you sang, and you are indeed some kind of hunter, then by all means, please, go out and kill those monsters for us. Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That is concerning.
Yeah, all right, I think I've said more than enough. Be on your way now.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Don't mind him, Farina. He just doesn't have enough taste to appreciate your art.
No. I was just thinking about how those nobles must be so cold-hearted. It's like they don't care about their people at all.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Before you lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Still immersed in his own thoughts, he...
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I... Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Wait, you're...
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose hunter!
You recognize us?
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually come! Oh, what great news!
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter. However, monsters have once again
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. When I was a child, to be
Well, you can rest.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His...
Still, if...
although, if you leave...
I see.
All right, they're actively working with the monster. Even one of our kindest ministers has turned...
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard...
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Huh? Like...
I appreciate your brave hunters. I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need...
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clarence said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashose hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but...
Sure. As long as it doesn't...
Paimon wants to know too!
No. All Marashose hunters were ordinary mortal fighters.
Huh? So
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monster. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages. And
what kind of monsters did the hunters fight?
the land of Fontaine, one of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his
Now, wait a
Well, I wasn't planning
Wait, but
from my master.
But... Absolutely.
Let's not get responding to it yet.
Is that really...
Speaking of...
I vote monster.
Well said, Miss...
What about you, partner? It's decided.
All right.